I'm in the dark. We keep that secret from my husband. This is such a weird thing for me to be recommending, but I really do love it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking January favourites. There's something wrong with me today. I keep having to start again. I'm like, what is wrong? I don't know. Right, we're going to talk hair first of all, which I said several times already this morning. I'm like, sometimes you just keep tripping up on things and I can't kind of get into the groove, but this is it now. This is it. We're going to talk hair because that is the thing that people have been asking most about recently, because I had my hair redone at Christmas time, well, New Year, a little bit more blonde in. Now it is getting a lot blonder because it has kind of faded out the toner, which is exactly what the hairdresser said would happen. And so some of the products I'm going to show you are to kind of prolong that just left the hairdresser vibe. Number one, I've mentioned this before. This was gifted to me. This is the Josh Wood Colour Shade Shop Gloss in Champagne Blonde. Big fan. I've used this in a few different colours. This particular one works for my hair right now. It just kind of adds a little bit of a tone. It adds a little bit of something, so it's not just kind of bleach on your hair. Your hair is not kind of just, because you can get icy ones if you want to get rid of one tone, so that's not what I want. But it just adds something in terms of colour, which lasts for a few weeks. But more than that, it also adds a lot of shine. It makes my hair a little bit more manageable if it's getting a little bit dry on the ends. I really find that it's a lot nicer when I've used this. Now, if you're not super interested in the colour element of that, because it does have a temporary colour in that, this is also really nice. This is from TG, the copyright range. It's called Custom Care Shine Booster. Again, this was sent to me, and this is something I've been using in lieu of conditioner. So almost every time I wash my hair now, I will use this. I don't like to use conditioner. I find that it weighs my hair down. My hair looks a bit dull and blah when I use it. And so this is something that you're supposed to mix in with a conditioner. But how I use it is I just pump it into my hands, kind of rub it like that, get my hair like this, like this, like this. And when I come to blow dry my hair, I always find that it's a little bit shinier after I've used this. So this is really nice if you want something that you can use kind of every few weeks as a bit of a booster for your tone. And this is really nice if you are just looking for kind of shine and a little bit of a regular treat. Something else that I've been using tons, I originally got this in my FabFitFun box. I will leave a link below. It's one of those kind of like affiliate, what do you call it? Like referral marketing links. So I'm not being paid by them, but if you use my link, I get like a credit, whatever. I'll find you a code though, because now we're far enough away from the winter box that you will actually get something like 40% off a winter box if you want to try it. I love it. I pay for my subscription. Big fan. I will be keeping my subscription for a while. I think I said I was going to do it for 4 seasons. The spring one will be the 4th one, and then I would kind of like really decide whether or not this is something that I want to do moving forward. But for someone who has always been kind of interested in like beauty boxes, like Glossy Box and stuff like that, it's an expense, but if you add it up, it's actually no more expensive than getting a monthly Glossy Box, but you get it quarterly. They're full-size products. You get to choose what you get. And it just kind of makes more sense for me. I found that the products that I have been getting from there, I've actually been using. Anyway, so this was one of them. This is the Dry Bar Prep Rally Prime and Prep Detangler. This I started using mostly because I hadn't got a heat protectant. This says it protects up to 232 degrees Celsius or 450 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on where you are in the world and how you measure temperature. But more than anything, it smells amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's got kind of like a masculine, musky scent that is, just so up my alley. So I will be I will be looking out for other Dry Bar products when I'm in the States, because the smell, if I could get like a hair perfume or just other hair things that smell like that, I am in. Right, skincare. I have a few things that we want to talk about. I'm going to put this in as a bit of an honourable mention. I have a Yes Style haul. Is it called Yes Style? The website, I'm pretty sure it is. Yes Style sent me a voucher to spend on their website to test some products out, and I've decided to do a haul of them. So that video is coming. This is one of the things that I bought, and I bought this because Jessica from Jam Beauty 89 said it was good. I'm hoping this is the right one, but even if it's not, I'm a big fan already. I've only used this like 5 times. It's the Time Revolution First Treatment Essence by Missha, and this is supposed to be a dupe for that SK2 one that was super expensive. I've never really looked into essences that much because the SK2 one was the only one I'd really heard about. it's too expensive, you know, too rich for my blood. And people were just kind of splashing it on, and it all felt like a bit of a, is this just an unnecessary thing? So when this arrived, I Googled it. Apparently in like Korean and Asian skincare routines, they don't go without an essence. This is what I've read. So I started using it. Literally day one, the first time that I used it, I felt like it was the first time I'd used moisturizer. It was insane. I put on my toner, and then I did this, did like the splash on my face thing, and instantly my skin felt incredible. It's like having a facial. It was the most insane thing, and I've barely used any of this at all. I thought, oh my God, this is gonna, like, it was relatively expensive. This is gonna be used up really, really quickly. But what I was doing, because depending on, you know, how you are, you could splash it onto a cotton pad, you could splash it onto your hands, whatever. I was kind of splashing it onto my face. It's just, you know, I don't know what to tell you. It felt less wasteful. I would kind of like this in a spray bottle, actually. But I was kind of splashing it onto my face and then just like putting it in like I'd seen people do on the internet. And I just am kind of in love. So I wanted to mention that, but I haven't had it for the entire month. So watch this space. Not a full endorsement yet, but I think I'm in love. Something else, this was gifted by Pixi. This is the vitamin C serum. I think I may have mentioned this last month. Can you see what I mean? I'm weird today. This is the first vitamin C thing that I have used. Bar that Kiehl's one. Oh my God, that was so expensive. I bought a Kiehl's vitamin C serum last year after having a miniature, like a trial of it, and it was incredible. My skin just looked and felt amazing the next day. And I bought that, it was like 40 or 50 pounds. And I was bereft when I finished that off. But this is the only thing since then that I have tried and thought, wow, instant results. Like I put it on my face at night. Apparently vitamin C is for day, whatever. I put it on at night. In the morning, you could instantly see a difference in my skin. Everything looked glowier. I looked brighter. And so I was hooked. So I'm using this up. I've purchased the one from Boots, the new, is it called Ingredients? So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to start on that, and I will let you know how that fares against this one. Right now, if I wasn't a blogger, if I wasn't testing out loads of different things, if I didn't want to tell you there was a cheaper one, 100% once this finished, I would buy another one because it is amazing. More skincare. I've got one last thing. Cleanser. This is the Pro Base Makeup Remover Stick from MUA. I bought this last year. I kind of bought it as a bit of a gimmick because it's a stick. I thought it would be good for travel, that kind of thing. Totally forgot about it. I recently finished up my other cleanser that I was using and found this in a drawer, started using it, really like it. My only problem is it's a bit grim because the whole thing of it being a stick cleanser is that you want to put it on your face, right? I nearly put that on my face. I have other videos to film after this. That would not have been great. So you want to put it on your face because otherwise, what's the benefit of it being in a stick? But then you put it on your face and it just kind of gets makeup grime all around it. And I feel like, let's see what it actually says. Apply on damp skin. Oh, and working to apply on damp skin. Oh, that's blown my mind. I don't think that's right at all. I definitely think dry skin, but whatever. In terms of makeup removal, I think it's a bit grim. If this is like your second cleanse, then okay. But it says makeup remover stick. And damp skin, so you're supposed to dampen your skin with makeup on it. I don't think that's right at all. I like it, I just think that the actual practical part of it is a bit... This is another thing that I got from my FabFitFun box, another thing that I'm putting on my list for New York to see if I can get something else from this brand. This is Human+Kind body souffle. The only other body souffle I've ever tried was from the Sanctuary. It's like a whipped body mousse thing. Oh, I loved it so much. The texture of it was like, there's something decadent about it. I don't know why. It's like, well, it's a mousse. So I'm like doing it, it's a mousse, you know, it's a mousse. So it applies really nicely. It feels very hydrating, but it absorbs very quickly. And that's the same with the Sanctuary one too. If you are someone who likes to kind of lounge around and have oils and stuff, occasionally I like that, but day to day I want something that is quick to absorb so that I can get dressed or put my pajamas on. And this is really, really nice. It says, 2-in-1 light and fluffy body souffle, quickly absorbed to leave your skin feeling super moisturized and soft to the touch. 100% true, and it smells insane. I don't even know what the fragrance is. It's kind of like a sweet melon. Oh, it just smells really, really nice. Really nice. So I'm going to go, and I can't see anywhere. I'm sure it's there and I can't see it, but I can't see it. I can't see what the actual fragrance is. I don't know if if the orange one is different to a different one. I don't know. But I don't know how easy this is to get in the UK. If it is, I will leave it a link for you. However, I'm sure this bottle just moved. That was a bit weird. However, I kind of like a sun cream vibe as well, which is weird. I didn't smell that before. I will be looking out for more products from that brand because obsessed. Also, I've developed, it's the weirdest thing, I've never had eczema, never had like patches of dry skin or any kind of skin condition, and I've developed this weird thing just here. This is the only part where it's like a constant itch. Those of you who have like eczema and actual proper like psoriasis and skin conditions have nothing but my sympathy, because holy moly, I'll lay in bed at night and be like, there's just this one bit that is never not itching. Super annoying. Last two things, kind of fragrance related. One is I'm going to say this is called Tisserand Aromatherapy Eucalyptus Oil. This I have been really enjoying in the bath. So I do, if you've seen my, I think I did like was it self-care video or was it like a at-home spa? I did some video where it was basically like my routine of like, maybe I called it self-care. There's another word. Anyway, some kind of routine. And I showed you how I like do a steam room at home, which is definitely creating mold. And we keep that secret from my husband. So I do like a steamy bath. And then I put this in. I'll have whatever my current favourite oil is. But the eucalyptus one is like, it's just, it shouldn't be energizing. It's not an energizing scent in theory, but I love it so much. So I put this in and then everything is kind of like cleansed and everything feels fresh and I just feel revitalized when I get out of the bath when I've had this in. I could do with another kind of, I want an oil warmer. I think that is what I want. I want an oil warmer, not an oil burner. I've had them in the past. I probably got them lying around the house. I'm going to go and have a look now. But if you've got a nice suggestion of like, not a massive, just a small oil burner, let me know. And lastly, a rediscovery, I'm going to put this on right now, is this. Do you remember when everybody would talk about Pomegranate Noir from Jo Malone? Everybody. So I wore this a couple of weeks ago. I just kind of like pulled it out, spritzed it on, and all day I could smell it. And I thought, oh man, there's a reason everybody loved this because it's so nice. And funnily enough, this was, I think, bought for me by Zoe. I am like 99.9% sure. Did she buy me this? If she didn't buy me this, then she bought me something else from Jo Malone, but I really do think it was this. And it was like in a gift set with maybe like a bath. She did, because it came with like a bath oil. For my 30th birthday, it was like incredibly generous. So that was 4 years ago, and we were just about to go to New York for my 30th birthday, which is so weird that I would pick it out. Something obviously nostalgic made me choose this. And I never finished it. I got like halfway through. I feel like this with so many products, though, not just with skincare. People have asked me about Project Pan, but I have an aversion to finishing products. It's the collector in me, but I am trying this year to just use the stuff I really like, use it up, and either repurchase it or move on with my life. It's hard. It's hard. Okay, last things last. Also, the dog has really stepped up the snoring, and also I'm in a noisy house. We're going to talk about TV. So when I did my looking back at my old favourites, like from 5 years ago, which is definitely going to be something we're going to do every single month, hopefully. I used to talk about Netflix and like what I was watching on TV and stuff at the time. And I asked you guys if you guys would be interested in me incorporating that into my current favourites, and most people who had an opinion had a positive opinion about that. So we're going to talk about, in fact, one person said they don't take, this kind of stuck with me because I was like, what? They don't take suggestions from other people about what to watch because they tend not to like the same things. I get that, but I think if you have got kind of a general vibe of what that person likes to watch on TV, then you can probably figure out whether or not from there you will like the things that they like. But, you know, I hear you. And so I've put it at the end of the video for those of you that aren't interested. So we're going to talk about a couple of things. Number one, I'm nearly finished watching Virgin River. I did an Instagram live the other day and someone told me I needed to watch it. It's great. I wouldn't have even clicked on it. The picture did not appeal to me at all. I really like it. It's really good. It's very much, if you like cheesy Christmas films where a city girl comes to like a small town and it's not working, it's not what she expected, and it's a rundown place, that kind of thing. I thought it was going to be just super, super cheesy, and it is to a degree, and it was just going to be like a feature-length series version of that. Seriously, the dog is like, it's like filming with someone with a machine gun in the background. It's insane. It is, but it's better than that. It's not quite as not quite as cheesy as that. There's more to it. There's a little bit of a what happened, why has she come here? I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm nearly done with that. It's only 10 episodes. Much as I love Netflix, the one thing that I do not enjoy that they have brought to our lives is a series is only 10 episodes. What happened to 25? We've been watching Queer Eye a lot. Lee really enjoys it. I'm like a biscuit away from buying him his own little blow-dry brush to see if he can do his hair. Every single time they blow-dry their hair, I'm like, I'm going to get you a tiny little round brush and see what happens to your hair if we do this to it. And we are both massive fans of Jonathan Van Ness, obviously. Medical Police. This is a spin-off of, I always want to say, it's Adult Swim. I always want to say College Humor. An Adult Swim series called Children's Hospital. I've never seen that. I really desperately want to see that now because I really like the idea of it. It's like a spoof serial. Would you call it a serial? It's like a soap opera. The actual spin-off is hit and miss. It's very, like the first episode is great. And then from there onwards, I feel like they used to get like 11-minute runtime or something on Children's Hospital. And with this one, it's like a half-hour show. And I feel like they are stretching it a little bit. The jokes, when they're good, are really good, but it feels too long. So I'm enjoying it, and I will watch the rest, but... Schitt's Creek, obviously. Do we need to even talk about Schitt's Creek? Is that the last one I've got on my list? No, it's not. I've got one last one. Yeah, Schitt's Creek I love. I can't wait for the 6th and final series to come on Netflix. I mean, I know you can watch it other ways, but I like to be able to watch it all at once. And I just can't wait. I love everyone in Schitt's Creek. I love everything about it. I've been watching it since it first went on Netflix, and people were like, and now it's a cult, massive, massive, massive hit. It's awesome. And the last thing I wanted to mention was Series of Unfortunate Events. If you've never seen this before, I originally watched it. It was a movie. Well, there were books. But then it was a movie with Jim Carrey. And now they've made a Netflix original series about it, which is 3 series. It was like 3 stories, basically. Well, lots of stories, but it was always like 3 kind of anthologies to tell. And I remember reading or listening some kind of interview with Neil Patrick Harris, who plays Captain Olaf in it, who's like the bad guy. And this is when it was still in series 1. And they said, if it's really, really popular, will there be more than 3? And he said, no, 3 is the story, and that's it. And I think they told it so well. I watched it with the kids originally. We've watched it back a couple of times, and I found myself watching it by myself. It's difficult to describe what the show even is. It's kind of a mystery. It's the mystery of the Baudelaire children. This is such a weird thing for me to be recommending, but I really do love it. Even on my own without the children involved. I think Milo's a bit spooked by it now. We watched all of it and suddenly doesn't want to watch it, and I think he's a bit spooked because there are parts of it that are a little bit creepy. But the whole thing is that these children's parents have died in a fire, and they are being bounced around from kind of relative to relative, and there's this one particular guy who's trying to get his hands on them because he wants their fortune. And various things happen to the people who look after them. And it's just a great series. If you haven't watched it, give it a go. Watch 1 episode, see what you think. I personally really, really enjoy it, and I don't think it's just for kids. And that is it for my January favourites. And that is it for Manny snoring in the background for another video. I know, he's just really, really tired, guys. Also, I've moved the living room around. You may have noticed. And I'm now filming directly in front of a window, which is very exciting. It's the first time this has happened in this house that I have moved the living room around in such a way that I can do this. And I think it's going to stay like this because it's a complete game changer. And I'm sick of sitting at the back of the living room where there is just no, I mean, look, it's dark back there. There's one window in this room and it's a long room and it is dark. Let me show you how dark it is. I'm in the dark. It's dark. And sitting back there, that's where I used to have, see, I'm wearing my leather leggings always, even when I'm wearing slippers. I used to have this table back there, and I was filming facing that cabinet, and I would have a light ring over there. And you guys were saying you liked that setup and stuff, and I did too, but it wasn't like, this is daylight. I think I've got that seasonal affective disorder, because it makes me just, I was going to say it makes me so sad, that is the acronym for seasonal affective disorder. It makes me just kind of really unmotivated, demotivated when I'm sitting in the dark. So I'm just extra happy to be in the sunshine today. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already and you have made it this far, please subscribe, because I feel like you are my people. And look out for some holiday content coming your way very, very soon. I think by the time you see this, I will be on holiday, soon to come home, and very sad about it.